that my life would play out a certain way. I had a plan written out in a journal that was frequently updated, by the way. And when I graduated in June of 2005, I was ready to implement the plan. It was a new beginning and a chance to make up for all the shortcomings as a high school student. This was real life now. Every so often, I'd read over the plan to ensure it was just right and that I wasn't missing anything important. The plan was that I would go to college that September for a 2-year program. I'd earn my post-secondary and then settle into my dream job sometime around 2008. I'd find a good-looking man who shared the same values as I did, work hard for 3 or 4 years, settle down, get married in 2012, have children, and live happily ever after, all by the time I was 25. Needless to say, my plan was foiled before it was even set into motion. I was diagnosed with cancer in August, shortly after my graduation. The surgery to remove my entire thyroid was scheduled for September 21st, which was just 3 weeks after my 18th birthday. A summer that was supposed to be filled with soul-searching, relaxation, trips to the mall, and get-togethers with friends became a summer filled with anxiety, fear, trips to the hospital, and overwhelming sadness. Friends and family were, of course, a huge part of my recovery, but I still felt isolated. No one knew what I was going through, and I couldn't find the words to accurately express how I was feeling. How was I supposed to explain what I was going through when I wasn't so sure myself? 5 years later, in early 2010, I was running out of fundraising ideas for the Underwear Fair. It's an event put on by the Ottawa Regional Cancer Foundation that focuses on cancers below the waist. And although my cancer was up here and not so much down there, I decided I would share a condensed version of my story on Facebook. What happened was just incredible. Friends offered to donate their grocery money. They offered to help in other ways. And with all the support and these words of encouragement, the one thing everyone kept saying to me was, you really need to do something more with this. So I thought about it for a few weeks. And initially, I really didn't think I was brave enough to share everything that I had gone through. Because I had just given, my Facebook friends the facts, that everyone would expect. So I accepted the challenge of writing, and I wrote a book, and I hoped that while writing it, I would find the closure that I was looking for. So it began 11 months of long writing, when I thought it would take 3 months, so yeah, almost a year of writing. It proved to be extremely therapeutic, and upon reading the completed manuscript, it felt as though an enormous weight had been lifted off my shoulders. When my memoir was published in 2011, my goal was to make just the smallest difference in just one person's life, whether I inspired them to share their own story with their friends, or if my story just helped them a little. I accomplished that within a few days of my website launch. Since then, the book has made its way to every province in Canada and nearly every state in the US. Just when I thought it couldn't get any more crazy than that, a young girl with cancer in the Czech Republic reached out to me, and we were able to exchange stories. And then late last year, I received an offer from a young girl in India to translate the book so people could read it there too. That's pretty incredible, I'm just gonna say that. But I do always wonder what life would be like if I never had cancer. Where would I be? Would life still be so awesome? Would I have gone to college? Where would I be working? Would my plan, would that still be in effect if cancer had never come along? With hours of thought behind these questions, I've concluded that I just wouldn't be standing here in front of you sharing my story. I wouldn't be standing in front of people like you who support the Flutter Foundation and help the foundation achieve its missions and goals. You're all a small part of something much bigger, and you should pat yourself on the back for that. When I was asked to speak tonight, I was thrilled because I previously read about the Flutter Foundation, Valerie, and what a remarkable person she was, and I felt an immediate connection to her. The goals of the Flutter Foundation, which I admire so much, by the way, are to raise awareness for all types of cancer, with focus on the rare cancers that lack funding, and to inspire people to live positive lives and follow their dreams. Through this foundation, research for cancer is being conducted, and we are getting more answers. In addition to this, the younger generation, that is, my generation and after me, they're becoming more active in raising awareness, and they're standing up for what they believe in. I feel we're at a point where the cancer community has grown exponentially. The way we talk about cancer is changing, the way we deal with cancer is changing, and it will make a huge difference for everyone affected now and the people that come after us. I alone am much more informed now than I was when I was diagnosed. Eric and his vision to continue his sister's dream is a wonderful example of how one person can make a huge difference. And I truly admire his drive and determination. It just shows that people are capable of really amazing things. I'd like to take a moment to actually give Eric a round of applause and the entire Flutter Foundation because they really deserve it. And I would like to acknowledge and applaud Algonquin's amazing public relations team. They did an incredible job at the Gala. As for my life plan, because I had to go back and rewrite it, this time I've given myself a lot of wiggle room because there's always going to be the unknowns. But I'm 25. I'm an author. I found my good-looking man who makes me happy, and I have not one, but 3 dream jobs. And I'm also currently pursuing post-secondary studies at the University of Ottawa. Although there are quite a few roadblocks along the way, I'm happy and I'm following my dreams. And to all of you out there, please continue pursuing your dreams, no matter what. There will be naysayers, and the odds may be stacked against you like you don't even know. But in Valerie's words, a dream and purpose so compelling will never allow you to give up. Thank you.